Hello everybody, what's up? Captain Turbo here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV. Joined as ever by my co-partner during this, we have Red Nova.
Hello.
And we are doing post-commentary here. We do have some guests with us. We have November Joy
Yeah.
and Vale Scarecrow.
Hi guys.
Alright, so we actually only have 3 parts left of this to do co-commentary on for now. Got a long loading screen right now.
Yep.
I have just seen how long they are, though. In total, it comes to 1 hour 40 minutes. I'm not going to do all that because I'm starting to get a bit tired, so we'll leave the last one because the last one is actually the first dungeon of the game,
Yeah.
which is why it took so long to record. Unfortunately, as well, these guys cannot hear the audio, neither can I or Nova for that matter. Though just for the sake of an echo here, but we are going to play through the rest of this part and the next part, hopefully, and we'll probably just go off on some tangent like we always do
Pretty
when it
much.
comes to post-commentary.
I don't think any of us can blame each other for it.
Alright, so I know, obviously, Nova knows. These two may not. The reason we're having to do this post-commentary, and the reason, by the way, I'm leaving this shit in is because it's so much harder to redo a fucking MMO. This is why I have to leave that shit in. The reason I had to do this post-commentary is I actually lost an entire recording session, so I had to go and start the game again and play up to a certain point again. Thankfully, it was at the beginning of practically at the beginning of the game, like the first 20 levels, but I still wasted a good 10 hours having to redo all that shit.
I still remember I actually had something similar happen to me with, I was actually recording Super Mario Bros. 3. I ended up having to start the game over partway through and back up to World 6 again.
That could have taken you 10 hours, though, dude.
It did not take me 10 hours, but
Yes,
yeah, I've had something similar happen. It just wasn't anywhere near as bad.
Alright, so I know, obviously, you've both played Final Fantasy games. Neither of you have played played 14, though, right?
Nope.
I have never touched 14, either version of 14.
Well, to be fair, up until earlier this year, neither had Nova. In fact, he saw me playing it on the fucking showcase stream last year, and no, he's addicted to the game.
Yeah.
How many hours, buddy, now?
Over 1,000 hours.
Uh-huh.
In fact,
Uh,
before they started the game, it was 1,056, but it's probably been up from there because that was it before I started up today.
So you're over 1,060 now, I guess.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you have an addiction problem. Do they offer rehab for Final Fantasy 14
I actually
anywhere?
think they do in Japan somewhere, or at least for MMOs, I
Yeah.
think there is something like that.
Wait, what?
I could swear I heard something about some kind of like rehab program for people that were addicted to MMOs. It might have been 14 in specific, I can't remember, but it was something like that.
Well, I also had heard about someone who spent like literally like $60,000 on Fate Grand Order at one point. So
And it's Admiral Merwib.
Join me now
Yep.
in honoring this woman for her
Miss
services
Boobs,
to our
'cause
great
her-
nation.
Fucking cleavage is right there. Hard to miss.
also known as Marlwub. What kind of name is that?
Oh, dude, you should have heard me during the fucking actual live Let's Play parts. I was struggling so hard trying to pronounce names in this game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume Marlwub is only the tip of the iceberg for the
Oh, yeah.
stupid name this game has.
The only one I ever really got right was Minthelia.
Yep.
That's about it.
Another easy one would be Thancred and Y'shtola. Well, maybe.
Y'shtola I was able to get most of the time later on, but god damn it, some of the names in this game, it took me forever to remember fucking
Yeah.
Limsa Laminsa.
Yep.
Limsa Laminsa? Okay, I'm not even gonna question it
It's
anymore.
the name of the place that we're currently at.
They
Yeah.
sought to swell their numbers by spiriting away any soul unfortunate enough to cross their path.
I show
Yeah.
us
See,
There's Udall, there's Gridania.
I need not tell you.
Oh,
the
other
depth
places
of
like the
the
Praetorium, that
animosity
one's
between
easy,
us
though.
and Sahagin.
Capture
Any seaman worth
Meridanium.
his salt could
That one's a
devote
little
himself
tricky.
to the Fishback's god. Is a question for a
I should
more
also point out,
temperate mind than mine.
to these guys, there is minimal voice acting in this game. For the most part, it's mainly just text, but you do occasionally get cutscenes with voice acting. I don't know if this is one of them or not. So if this is voice acting and we're talking over it, I apologize, but I honestly don't know.
And none of us can actually hear it, so yeah.
Again, I don't want to let it go.
Unfortunately, part of the game where you have to wear that stupid hoodie.
To be fair, though, I'll say this, because this was the replay, the fact that I had to wear that hoodie so long was actually made it easier for me not to have to customize everything again when I had to go back through the replay.
That's true.
I guess that's a good point.
Kind of boring to wear, especially the fucking yellow one, the banana one later on.
You get to become a stupid banana rank wearing bitch later on.
And then the fucking Road Warriors outfit towards the end was ridiculous.
Did you not?
Oh, yeah.
It's like the third member of the Legion of Doom or something.
Right now you just look like a member of Organization 13.
Yeah, I think I said that at some point during the Let's Play. That or the mentor of
bathed in her
Nazgul
light.
from Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter. Anything a black cloak looks like that, though, to be honest.
So yeah, you are now Organization number 15. You're the one that no one wants to talk about.
And I see no reason to doubt
My,
it.
just look at that cleavage.
You are the vessel of a higher power.
And she suffers the same issue. She suffers the same issue as Naomi in Metal Gear Solid 4. She doesn't know what a bra is.
Your description
To be fair, I don't
matches
think many
what
characters
little
in
we
this
know
world
of
do.
her.
Mine
funny 'cause
certainly
Mel-
didn't.
He has chosen you.
Sorry,
Then your
No, I'm just saying.
deeds may yet shape the
I don't like
fate of nations,
interrupting people.
as once did the deeds of the warriors of light.
So yeah, pretty much just a bunch of exposition at the moment.
Know
We
you
will
the
eventually
tale?
get into some actual
Like
gameplay
you,
where we're
they were
fighting
not of these
creatures and
lands.
stuff.
Yet they fought to protect us all against the corruption.
I
of
think so. I
tyrants.
recorded these a couple months ago, so I've honestly forgotten at this point.
When
I
the
wouldn't really
Valiant
blame you
Empire
for
began
forgetting,
its
I guess.
conquest of the
92
realm,
parts, dude. It's
these
hard to remember
heroes
stuff.
joined the Grand Company
Yes.
and helped reforge
I'm just
the
imagining what will happen
Elizabeth
with Persona 3 once I get
And at
farther
the
into
Battle
that
of
game.
Cartheno, they took the field
This
beneath
is
our
just real
banners
Realm
to
Report
fight
part. We're
for
not even getting
everything
Oh, yeah.
they held dear.
We've not even done a third of the game yet.
Yep.
Oh man.
It's just the fact that there is a credit sequence after Realm Reborn
Because
ends.
on
That's
that
why we
day,
ended it
In the
there.
midst of that hell, that we lost them.
It's still kind of cool that there is a
Every
MMO
soul
out
who
there
survived
that's
that
good for
battle
like a
will
let's
never
play
forget.
of some sort. It's
Though
just
it
how long
was
did it take you to do this, and how much
We
money
are
did you have to
proud
spend
to
on
call them
subscriptions?
upon
I don't know what the monthly subscription amount is because I always buy
Whenever
what's
we
called a
try to
gamer
shout
card where you
their
get 2
names,
months for a
The
set amount of
sound
money.
dies in our
That
throats.
cost me about £20, so $25, $30.
For $30, and how long did you spend recording it? Just like the 2 months for the subscription,
In terms of
And whenever we
recording,
strain
I
to
don't
see
know
their
what the
faces
actual
with our
recording
mind's
time
eye,
is, but including everything,
naught but
including
their
grinding and all that,
shadows appear to us,
the Let's
set
Play
against a
took about
blinding
90
light.
hours.
Oh man.
so a lot longer than you spent on Suikoden
Ask
5,
any two
Mr.
Aeolians
Bill.
who knew them.
Yes, but
The
throughout
story
the
will be
whole
the same.
franchise, all 5 games,
It
was
is for this
228
reason that we
hours.
call them the
So Suikoden
Warriors of
5 was
Light.
probably the Suikoden 5 the longest one?
Oh god, yeah, 72 hours. Fucking.
I should also point out though, the only reason it didn't take me longer is because
When
I
I
had
look
Nova
upon
there to
you,
pretty much guide me through the
I
entire
cannot
game.
help but be
Yep.
reminded
Oh,
of
yeah.
them.
For most of the game, he is blind.
Mhm.
Cigarette Man was there to hold your hand.
It
Yes.
was a co-op
Keep
Let's Play.
that
I
crystal
mean, I
safe.
have to redo this, but there's a reason I have the main avatar on the thumbnail is half me, half
In
Nova.
time,
Is
I
because
believe
although it's from
Love
my
Crystal will
perspective,
make
he was
clear
there the
her
entire
reasons for
thing, and it
bestowing
was a team
upon
effort,
you.
even if he was the
Yes.
majority of the effort.
Yeah, because he had to experience that beginning of the game for a little bit of that, and that was
Heed
about it.
well
Yeah.
her words, adventurer.
But I
It is
did make a
Hydaelyn
mistake going with
herself who
Arcanist though
speaks.
for the Let's Play. I'm definitely going to be switching because you can change your class. So
Yeah.
I am going to be switching to a different class for the next time we pick up. I'm still going to be using this character, but just not as an Arcanist anymore.
Right.
because I suck as a healer and I don't have enough summon the skills, so fuck it. We'll go with red
So
mage
now
or
I-
something.
So I'm actually kind of wondering, like, are you planning on continuing the Let's Play at some point? Or
Oh yeah,
point
yeah. I
anyway?
mean, obviously, the Let's Play doesn't begin until I think November the 18th. The first part goes live, but like I say, only one part will be going up each Sunday. So we've got like a year and a half worth of footage already done for this.
Yeesh.
But we
Nice.
will be going back to it. We've got all of the post Realm Reborn and Heavensward or whatever the fuck it's called, and then we've got
Yeah, we got Post Realm Reborn, which was the 7th Astral Era. Then we've got Heavenward, which is the main part. Then Post Heavenward, which is the Dragon Song War.
Stormblood.
The left flank buckles.
Well, not even
Divert the
Stormblood yet.
barracudas.
But even before that, we're gonna do some.
Next year.
Even before that, though, we're gonna do some fun stuff like December-ish. We're gonna try and do Palace of the Dead and all that, which is like a side thing that we attempted to, and we got about 20 floors into the 100th floor thing, and then we got annihilated by the boss.
Yep.
God.
Either done by fucking Palace Slimes or the boss.
Yep, 3 fucking hours and 5 attempts wasted.
I remember that. I was in for that before you had to get
Here's
rid
the
of
thing.
the
Here's the thing, though. The dungeons and all that stuff, the palace and all that. It's the best part of the game because you're with a bunch of people. If you're in a party, that's fine. You also get put up with random people.
Right.
But when you lose and you get no reward, it's such a fucking pain in the
Yeah.
ass.
It's Artemis.
That's one thing I
earlier, but not just to beat like through 420, but even to beat through 50 floors of Palace of the Dead, you need at least 3 people for that.
I think a full party would be best. Like I said, I mean,
Right.
we would need to get other people there for that. I mean, I know you've got a few friends on FF14, so
Yeah.
we'll see if we can rope them into it.
The more the merrier.
And in fact, what would you now know that person? So
But back to what we were saying earlier, I mean, there's a reason I'm only ever going to plan to do 2 MMOs for definite for Let's Play. One of them's this, and the other is the Elder Scrolls Online, because I already have that game, so... And it's Elder Scrolls, and you can actually play that single player, you don't actually need to really play it as a multiplayer thing. But this game, I will give it this, the story's fantastic. I mean, there's a lot of like, oh, you go here, do this, you know, basic MMO quests and stuff, but the story's fine. It's actually quite enjoyable.
right.
This is one of those MMOs where like it works both as a single player game and as a multiplayer game.
I will say you will have a lot more fun playing with other people, because the game will eventually get to the point where you will have to start grinding and stuff. But
Unless you have multiple players.
no,
and
even
then you really still have to grind.
even then you've got to grind, because you need to meet. When you get quests, the main level quest, you need to be a certain level before you can do them. Like the last quest of the Realm Reborn is level 50.
Yep.
And you can't do that quest unless you're at least level 50. So.
Right.
And it's not like you get just enough from each. No, you're gonna have to grind at certain points to do it. Unless you like going for everything, all the side quests and stuff, you probably won't have any problem. But if you're just going through the main quest as I was supposed to, yeah, grinding's gonna have to be involved, unfortunately.
Yep.
And I apologize, because I didn't realize this part was gonna be mostly cutscene.
Gotta be fair, we are watching a flashback of what happened with the whole meteor fall.
Yeah, this is.
Welcome to welcome to Captain Turbo's Let's Play of Final Fantasy Solid 4.
By the way, for people who don't know about this, what we're seeing right now in this flashback is basically what was the end game of Final Fantasy XIV, the first version of it.
Yeah, that's where the sun came down and pretty much wiped out the entire population, or the not the sun, sorry, meteor.
The Alligator Moon Dalman.
It was actually a really awesome thing that they did to end that game, was to just kill everybody with a unstoppable meteorite.
They basically pulled a Majora's Mask on everyone because we're sorry our game sucked. Have a cool final sequence.
Yeah, I don't really know what the problem was with the original 14. I think there was.
Monstrosity appears to be disrupting our
I honestly don't know. I never played it. All I saw was the fact that they created cutscenes and they created it so that this meteorite kept coming closer over the course of a couple days, and eventually, even if you were in game, it hit and you were fucking dead. The game was over.
Well, the problem with the original 14 was that they had all the different pieces to the game that they made up so well The problem is when he had to put the whole thing together, it was a cluster fuck.
What I've heard, it also had issues with bad translation and laggy gameplay.
Oh, you get none of that here. 14 is fantastic. There's very little in terms of lag or translation errors and stuff like that. In fact, I don't think there was a single translation error.
Oh, in particular, there was one infamous thing where apparently they translated Chocobo as horse bird for one particular bit of text.
That's not very good.
I'm just going by what I've heard. I'm not 100% sure.
Just checking the time now.
Maelstrom
There's
units
about
are
14 minutes
commanded to
left.
fall back, effective immediately. Give the foreign levy priority. Let the main host
But
cover
don't
their
worry, to all
retreat
those
and
people
bring
that
up the
died
rear.
during that meteorite strike, you will get honored at the end of the Let's Play in Part 92 in the credits. Seriously,
once-
every single fucking player in that game got into my credit sequence.
Yeah,
You will be honored because Link forgot to play the Song of Time.
No, that you get honored because I didn't realize how fucking long it'd take. A fucking hour, I think, on its own. Jesus Christ.
Reminds me of the credits for like pretty much any Kickstarter game.
Mighty Number 9. Wasn't that like a 4-hour credit sequence or something?
I don't remember, but I think Undertale managed to handle its Kickstarter credit sequence really well. Its Kickstarter credit sequence is pretty short, and it works because it actually makes you try to attempt to dodge the credits as they fly at you.
At least it gives you some interaction, I suppose.
No, yeah. Now we're seeing basically Bahamut dropping Mega Flare all over the place.
What an asshole.
Thankfully, this group that we're following for the storyline purposes is smart enough to cast Reflect, judging from that last meteor that tried to murder them, so...
Guys, to survive.
We go to take our place beside Archon Louisoix. To your position.
And I did say this with, we mentioned this several times during the live portions of the Let's Play. One thing that I absolutely love about this game, that I know a lot of people won't care about, and they'll probably call me a scrub for it, is the fact that it's completely controller friendly.
Yep.
If you're not a keyboard person like myself or Nova, it doesn't matter. If you've got a 360 or a PlayStation controller, that works perfectly fine as well. And there's actually a layout. Fucking thank you, Square Enix, for thinking of controller users for once.
It's kind of interesting because there is also a console version of this exact game. So
I know, but because both Nova and I were playing it on PC, I was a bit worried before we started that I wouldn't be able to use a controller. But no, even on the PC, you can use a controller, no problem.
it would be a pretty good example of pure developer laziness if they put the controller functionality into one version and then didn't have it in the PC version for no reason.
It's also why I would recommend, if you've never played an MMO, to play this one first. You know, especially if you're mainly a console gamer, because it's like I said, it's completely controller friendly.
Yeah.
And it also has a lot more story than some MMOs do.
To be fair, you won't usually get this much of cutscenes and stuff. This is actually quite rare to get a cutscene portion this long. Usually they'll last maybe 5 minutes max. This has gone on for like 20 now, so...
Yeah. Like watching a movie.
At least I apologize. I thought it would actually be pretty exciting, but no, we're just getting fucking cutscene this part. Obviously, graphics can look a bit nicer than this. I just don't have it on the highest setting, so...
I was actually thinking of mentioning, that the graphics are the most impressive, but MMOs don't usually have the most impressive graphics anyway.
No, they can be. They're a fair bit better than this at max thingy. But like I said, for quality control, I wanted to have performance over visual flair. So.
From what I remember, most MMOs usually aren't super pushing the envelope even at max settings, just because.
I don't know.
Part of the goal of the new MMO is to have as many players as possible and to make sure those players keep playing. So.
Well, there's a reason World of Warcraft is still popular, even though it looks like shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mean the game shit. I've played the game before. I've enjoyed the game.
It just doesn't.
It looks like a game set between the fucking the fifth and sixth generation of console game, and it's still got millions and millions of players at the moment. It's fucking ridiculous.
It looks like it was made on like a PS 2.5. It looks like a Vita game.
Well, it makes sense. The game came out in what, the early 2000s, I think, 2004ish.
And it's still going.
Yep.
We'll just have to see. It'll still be going when this gets uploaded. Probably, unless there's like a massive crash or
Well,
somehow.
considering this is only like part 15, I think, something like that. Yeah, that's probably gonna happen, dude, because that's only gonna be around January, February when this goes up. So.
And then all of a sudden, World of Warcraft just immediately dies in like 2 months.
Uh-huh.
I could see that.
Nobody saw it
can't
coming.
see that happening, to be honest. At the end of the day, it's still way too popular. I think the only MMO really that comes close to touching it in terms of subscriber base is actually this game. So.
By the way, I just realized with that one cutscene where I made a joke about Final Fantasy Solid 4, there was actually a character named like Mad Snake. So that joke's more fitting than I thought.
Yeah.
Decent amount of experience, and you get. Don't pay too much attention to level ups and stuff, guys. As I said, because this is post commentary, it's not gonna match up entirely with how it is on the live
Right.
portion of the Let's Play. So, and thankfully, while there is more post commentary stuff in the future, this is the only time leveling won't matter at all, because after that it was me doing the quest to unlock the Ultra Beast or whatever they're called. Hello, cleavage.
Woman, put a shirt on.
Hmm?
No, put a bra on.
For a layer to the Eurasian Alliance.
Pardon?
Now it's time for count out the layers to the Eurasian Alliance.
Oh, somebody messaged me on
Also, I'm
Discord.
visiting the other two major cities.
I don't think I do that yet, dude, because I know the first. Well, actually, that might be next part. I know.
No, it happens before the first dungeon.
Oh, does it? Oh, it must be next part that
Yeah.
that happens, because there's like about 7 minutes left on this part, so. I do like Milweb's design, though. I think she is a really cool-looking character.
Yep.
And I'm assuming it's not just the cleavage.
No, I mean I just mean like the outfit and everything. I think it's really good. She definitely
know.
stands out. I'm not, a Zopai obsessed with Zopai, but
Yeah, definitely not in the lollies. Too.
Which means, depending on your review, it may or may not be a good thing that Opie isn't here.
the poor bastard's probably passed out due to his virus.
Yeah.
Yeah. It seemed like he pretty sick last when he was last time I was chatting with him. So
He came
Yeah.
back for a little bit just before we finished the Kingdom Hearts stream earlier, but he just sort of disappeared and never came back.
Yeah.
I think he may have actually fell asleep, to be honest.
if he did, then I don't blame him.
I was-
I think he might have woken. He must have woken.
Did he actually leave the call?
He did
Yeah,
eventually.
yeah.
He did eventually, yeah.
Yeah, he did eventually leave the call, so he did like wake up at least at some point.
You
and
have
leave, but
no
I'm not sure what
idea.
happened to
No,
him.
you have no idea how tempted I was to do what you guys did that time and create a new room called jail and just put Opie in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's not falling asleep in chat more than a few times on the
Yeah.
call.
At least
Oh,
3
yeah.
times, I think, off the top of my head.
Or,
I don't think I've ever fallen asleep on a call or anything like that.
I've gotten
Yeah, it's-
exhausted when I'm in a call. I'll actually say I have to leave now because I'm exhausted and stuff, but I've never actually fell asleep either.
I have.
You have?
Yep. Just not over here, just in other places.
I think I've had calls where I was feeling really tired, but that's about it. I've never actually fallen asleep on a call before.
I would ask for your opinion so far, but we've had very little in terms of gameplay. Hopefully next part will be a bit better for that.
This is it's kind of like the most boring part technically of our co-commentary, just because we can't. Just because we're not paying quite much attention to the story, and we wouldn't really understand it too much anyway in this case.
Well, you two, and like I do co-commentary. It's usually just to shoot the shit more than anything else.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I wanted to see the game.
Somehow just noticed the huge gun she has on her side.
Well,
Yep.
I am looking at a certain pair of guns, but definitely not that one.
And by the way, that gun on her side isn't just for show and tell, too. She knows how to use it.
Mhm.
They just see Post-Realm Reborn.
All three of them. Well, let's take a look at the timer here. We got just under 4 minutes. I don't think we're gonna get into any fights. I'm probably gonna.
Most
Yeah.
are gonna get us to walk around.
No,
little bit.
we go up to the airship port, and then we get set off to the next place to go and meet the other two leaders.
Yep.
But unfortunately, we're not actually going to get much in terms of gameplay other than me having to walk around the Drowning Wench bar here and all that.
And this is where in this beginning MMO, this is one thing where you actually got to enjoy one of the good things about not being super famous. You didn't have a bunch of idiots trying to grab your attention and get in your videos the whole time.
Yeah, it's definitely one good thing about being more of an anonymous and less known Let's Player. To be fair, I think it would improve the experience a little bit, because obviously they can't ruin cutscenes and stuff anyway, so...
Well, but I think that something like similar thing like that actually happened to Darkside Phil at some point. He tried to play World of Warcraft for a special thing, and it was just a total mess for most of the time he tried to spend playing it, because everyone was able to find exactly who he was and exactly what server he was in, and they were going around just fucking everything up for him.
Well, they didn't really need to do that. He just found a way to do it himself.
From what I remember, it was actually pretty hilarious, even though he probably didn't think so.
I might actually have a look for that clip tomorrow or something when I wake up. There's
There
gotta be
are
something on
actually
YouTube.
There are actually some edited down versions of that footage.
Kind of want to see that actually. Unless I'll check tomorrow. So we got about 2 minutes left, I think. Actually less than that. I apologize for bringing you two in on a part that was pretty much just entirely cutscene heavy. I wasn't expecting this, to be honest. I thought we got past all the heavy cutscene sections. I know the last part that he's doing is practically nothing but fighting in the dungeon with a bunch of random people, which is awesome, don't get me wrong. But it's 37 minutes, so we'll not be doing that. I'm not sure about the next part, though. I think it may be half and half gameplay, half cutscene.
But yeah, whether it's gameplay or cutscene, we're just gonna spend the whole time shooting the shit anyway.
Here's the thing, though. I can't recommend the game to you based on cutscenes alone. You know, you have to see the game in action, really, like fighting and all that, in order to really see what it's got to offer.
I think I might have seen a little bit of footage from someone else's stream of this game, but that's about it.
I got less than a minute to go anyway. Can't remember what I'm doing here.
We already have the Corelia Sarath.
Well, actually, I pronounce it Corelia Saraf.
Yep.
Seth?
Saraf.
Yeah.
Sarath.
Yeah.
Okay, that works.
It's just a made-up name I came up with, so...
Well, it fits pretty well with other names. Like I already forgot her name. I was gonna call her Cleavage.
Fair enough. Anyway, we've got about 5 seconds left, so thank you very much for watching, people, and sayonara.
Yep.
See you later. Bye.